Hello Taurus, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to do the Divine Feminine versus the Divine Masculine energy reading for you all. So, well, this spread kind of like talks for itself, so it's on you for you to kind of like determine on which side you are. Sometimes we embody the Divine Feminine energy, and sometimes we embody the Divine Masculine energy. The Divine Feminine is more like receptive, caring, creative, and more like absorbing, yeah, right? Like absorbing the situation. And the Divine Masculine is more of an action taker, the leader, the one that really takes a lot of independence and great care of a situation. Okay, so it's going to be on you. Comment down below which one resonates more, but we are going to start with the Divine Feminine energy, starting with the past energies. What's the past situation for the Divine Feminine for Taurus? Okay, we do have the Nine of Wands reversed and the King of Swords reversed. This feels a little bit like I've tried to communicate in all certain ways and now I'm just pissed off and I'm logging off, right? Like it's like the Divine Feminine just gave up on having like clear communication and probably has had some sort of outfall, all right? And it's becoming cold. It's becoming a little bit more bitter or kind of like not interested in communicating anymore. And it could be also like this outburst, right? Like when we are in the Nine of Wands type of energy, especially in the upward, it is talking about like feeling overwhelmed, feeling a little bit energetically depleted, exhausted. And then the Nine of Wands is like, okay, you know what? I'm throwing in the towel type of energy. And then what comes after it is the King of Swords reverse. That is like not able to communicate clearly anymore, and it's communicating out of a state of exploitation, as what I'm getting actually, right? So that's what is going on. There is the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so you know this could be like, okay, I may have gone a little bit too far when it comes to how I isolated myself or how I cut off a connection that wasn't really moving forward. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see what is going on for the Divine Masculine here. Okay, we do have the Queen of Cups. That is very interesting for the Divine Masculine. So the Divine Masculine in this case is a little bit more empathic, intuitively trying to find out what is going on with the Divine Feminine, is very open in the heart. However, they're not very expressive always, okay? Like they're kind of like checking what is going on. All right, we got the Queen of Swords reversed and the Three of Wands reversed. All right, so it feels like both people kind of like, how do I say that? Like interrupted something. I'm hearing like interrupted a situation. That's what I'm getting here. So some sort of conversation got really cut off, it got interrupted, and the Divine Masculine here is still willing to know what is going on with the feminine. However, they also feel like, okay, I need to stop communicating right now, because if I do communicate, it's going to go in the wrong direction. You know, it's almost like preserving yourself, as in like, okay, if I continue with this conversation, it's not going to end up well, right? Like that's the type of energy that I'm getting. What is going on in the current situation now? Okay, the Three of Pentacles. You are actually, well, I'm saying you, but the Divine Feminine is kind of like getting themselves ready for a, like working things out, right? Like the Three of Pentacles is like, we can work this out. We can actually move forward in the situation. And absolutely with that Judgment in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles, to me, this feels like the Divine Feminine is a little bit aware that she kind of like jumped into a state of mind without having all the context, without having all the information, right? And, you know, the Divine Feminine should have been a little bit more understanding or learning what is going on the other side before making that final judgment. And that's why the divine feminine is coming through with like, okay, maybe I should understand what is going on your side before I jump to any conclusion here. Because the connection is still strong. The Two of Cups is here. So there is absolutely a yearning for a reconciliation or come together. And there might even be like some sort of social event or a gathering where the both of you could meet each other. And that's why maybe the divine feminine is kind of like preparing themselves to have this conversation, but in a more lighthearted energy or an emotionally less heavy environment. Okay. The current energy for the divine masculine, please. Yeah, we got the Seven of Cups reversed. Why? The Ace of Swords reversed. And the Tower. Okay. This is an interesting combo. It's like something is not clear for the divine masculine. Like either the divine feminine never really spoke her truth and just kind of like made like a very abruptive decision, which kind of like disturbed the energy of the divine masculine here. Especially with that Tower, there is something that is coming to light. Could be a lie, could be like some sort of deception, could be some sort of breakup in their own environment. All right, like maybe they've been dealing with multiple people, or they've been dealing with people that were like deceptive or not very clear. So there is some sort of deception that is coming to light in the divine masculine's energy field here with that Tower, which really, you know, changes the whole perspective of this person's ideals or what they were hoping to create in their life. So something big and major is happening here on the divine masculine side, and I feel like they're not quite sure where they stand after this Tower falls. Okay, now this does not have to be necessarily connected to you, but it is connected to this divine masculine's personal life. Like something in their reality is coming to an end. Okay, like some sort of connection is falling, or there is some sort of some sort of gossip coming through. Let's see, what is the blockage for the divine feminine for Taurus? Ooh, look at that. We got the Ten of Swords and the Page of Cups in your blockage. It's like you can't really get over the idea that the divine masculine never truly apologized for something that they did, or for some sort of betrayal that they caused you. You just seem to like, okay, I can't get over this. Okay, like it's like still weighing very heavy on your mental state, and you haven't truly processed this backstab. All right, so there's definitely a lot of pain that you're still overthinking, right? You just feel like, why doesn't this person just come forward and apologize, right? That's what the Page of Cups in the reversed. And also I feel like you are not truly able to express your emotions, to express your yourself as well. Like emotionally you've closed off. What's their blockage? Okay. So it looks like the divine masculine here did have like another direction to choose from. Could be another person, right? Absolutely. But that didn't go as planned. It was like they weren't sure which direction to go. And eventually maybe this masculine lost like two opportunities. One is including you, the divine feminine. And one is something that they thought it would be stable, but it didn't really proceed to that stable foundation. Okay. And now they're in this unsure cycle of like, well, I lost that, I lost this investment, I lost that, and this opportunity. And it makes them feel more overwhelmed when it comes to choosing a clear direction to invest their future in. Okay. What's the outside influence for Taurus, Divine Feminine Taurus? Okay, yeah, Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in your outside influence is saying that you feel like a lot of things are blocked right now, okay? Like you don't know for sure which direction to go either. There is this stalemate that is going on. And at the same time, your Divine Masculine may not be in the present moment of like communicating clearly in regards to the decisions that they want to make when it comes to investing in the future. So there's absolutely like this, you know, going back and forth, not really sure type of energy. And absolutely with that Two of Swords, it's like you feel like you're, I mean, I'm going to say it, don't take it too personally, but you feel like as long as the Divine Masculine doesn't make a clear decision, your life is also impending. And that might be also what is causing this whole situation to not move forward, because if you allow someone else to depend how your future goes and they do the exact same thing, well, then this is going to be like a long waiting process where nothing is actually moving forward. And it's only like creating more stuck energy, mental stuck energies. Okay, that's with the Eight of Swords. So your Divine Masculine is quite overwhelmed, overthinking, stuck, and you're kind of like, but honestly, I feel like because of their energy like that, the Divine Feminine was like, you know, to heck with it. I'm just going to pull like a King of Swords reversed. I don't care how this is going to go. Having like, kind of like a poor judgment on the situation, because you just want to get over with it. And that's why you're feeling like the Ten of Swords, because you feel like you had to pull the trigger on it. And like someone had to do it. And then yet after both energies kind of like pull the trigger on each other, they're like, okay, but this is not what I wanted, right? It was like you wanted to move forward in life. However, the way that things ended didn't create that forward movement either. So that makes you kind of like step back again. Right. Then we have in their outside influence, we have the Knight of Swords reversed, Ten of Cups, and the Four of Swords reversed. This actually lines up pretty well with what I just said. The Knight of Swords in the reverse could absolutely indicate your energy of making like a very flighty decision, impulsive decision. There was some sort of chaos that you're trying to withdraw yourself out of and trying to put more focus on your own inner happiness. But at the same time, you feel restless because the situation didn't end in a clear way, or it ended in like some sort of painful ending, and you still feel like you're recovering from it. So your Divine Masculine is absolutely aware of this unhealed energy, and the restlessness is definitely being transmuted back to the Divine Masculine. So they feel the exact restless energy about the ending as you do, as the Divine Feminine. Let's see. What you don't see coming. What you don't see coming. Oh, the Knight of Wands. That's a lot of movement. That is a sudden movement. So it looks like the Divine Feminine is about to make like a move within 8 days, or could have been 8 days ago. And this impulsive movement is going to at first create some sort of stress. Okay, it's like, oh my God, what did I do? Maybe you just sent a message, or you did something, or you accidentally called them. There is some sort of like impulsive energy that just comes through here. But it also creates a lot of stress, as in like, okay, but what if I made the wrong decision again? So there's this constant like, what if, the coulda, woulda, shouldas. And the Hermit in a reverse does indicate that maybe your person, the Divine Masculine, is withdrawing, which is causing you to feel like, okay, did I make the right move? Did I jump to the next action too quickly? Because there is communication, or there is some sort of push forward here with the Eight of Wands. Absolutely, that's what you don't see coming. It can either come towards you, or you're the one that's taking that leap of faith. However, you're not getting the results immediately, which is causing you to feel in this anxiety bubble. And then you feel like, okay, I need to completely withdraw and just like, you know, close my phone off and just like log out completely, because what did I do? You know, like, what the hell did I do? Let's see. Okay, what they don't see coming is the devil. The devil, absolutely. This is hilarious, actually. And then the Two of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. So this actual move will actually get the Divine Masculine back in this energy of attachment, okay? Obsessive energy, attachment, feeling like they need to control themselves, and they're losing a little bit of their control in a situation. They're working on their confidence, they're working on this, but they are absolutely going to be overwhelmed with that devil energy, obsessively thinking like, what could this mean? Where is this going? What did this person actually try to do? Because the Hermit in a reverse does indicate that at one point the stress level is going to be so high, the cortisol level is going to be so high that you're like, okay, I need to just like disappear. I need to disappear. What did I do? Yeah, you know. But at the same time, the Justice here in the upright actually is indicating that this Divine Masculine is going to be aware that they need to set something straight to balance fairness within this connection. That things didn't end it fairly, and that they need to actually take a step forward to bring some sort of compromise here. Okay. Is what I am getting. Now I am going to pull some cards, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper in the extended. So for those that want to get the extended, you can go to the illuminator.com. The link is in the description box below, or get the Illest Tribe membership. Okay. All right, let's see. Their current feelings for you and your current feelings for them. Oh, we end up with the Tower. They have the King of Cups reversed, the Eight of Cups reversed. There's absolutely a return, but there is also the Star reversed here. Now I am going to continue deeper into it. We're going to check in. I'll let you know in the extended how the spread is going to unfold, and if you are interested, the link is in the description box below. If not, thank you for being here. I'll be here back within a couple of days for you. Let me know how you feel about it. And yes, this is the old he said she said game, just a little bit of a new format. Okay, thank you, and see you soon. Take care.